Hey guys, how you doing? This is my fun here. I'm gonna pack up and go home for the week, and if I can come back and work again. Here's my space almanac I told you I bought. Same time I bought that, I bought this one here. It's pictures Earth from above. There's only one or two good pictures in here that have anything to do with what you observe, but they are really good pictures here. I know y'all have traveled here and there. Just look. This is a big book. How flat that shit just goes on. That shit's flat, man. That's not what this is about. It's about gravity. Okay, silly ass ballers. Let's talk about gravity. How does it have a mind of its own? Because the centrifugal, excuse me, the centrifugal force that's up here, spinning at this RPM at that diameter, is substantially less than what it would be out here. The ball is done, folks. The ball was spinning. Like I've made videos on it before. If you were to drive south on this spinning ball, you would have to ride the brakes of your automobile if that was if this thing here was a reality. Reason being, you put a ball bearing on here and it's going to roll down. You say, well, that's because gravity's down there. No, that's because it's around on around, and it's going to go completely around the round until it gets to the bottom of the round, and then it's going to roll off, unless it gains too much speed and it rolls off over in here. But it'll roll around, and if you don't have too much weight, if it's like a, say, a ball magnet, and you put a ball magnet up here with enough strength to hold itself, and it would roll around here and it would stop down here. But it don't change the amount of force that it has from up here of nothing to down here to everything. And if it's on a spinning ball, everything would have to get here. This here, equator, is where the maximum centripetal force would be due to its diameter and its velocity. So, how is it that gravity decides that to apply a little bit of pressure up here, more here, and so on and so forth, and then as you pass the equator, it starts decreasing the amount of its draw? One of you ballers like Conspiracy Cougar, fill me in on that one, boy? Let's hear your common sense reasoning, your logic on that, boy. For real. Let's hear it. Because you can't explain it away. You need demonstration. You need fact and backing. And this is bullshit. You have backed nothing about this. Spinning through if the Earth was rotating on its axis, at the same time it was rotating on its axis at 1,040 miles an hour at the equator, and it was orbiting the sun counterclockwise at 66,600 miles an hour, while the sun is orbiting the outer rim of the Milky Way galaxy at 666,000 miles an hour. And the Milky Way galaxy is shooting through the infinite universe at over fucking 1.2 million miles an hour. You can't move this in your hand fast enough. The Earth would fall apart and everything on it would be disintegrated. It really would be. I want to see any one of you idiots out there take a block of concrete and spin it to where it has the angular velocity of the Earth in its diameter and its supposed rotation and shit. Let's see you put a block of concrete together and bring it down to where that angular velocity and all of the centripetal force and everything creates into a ball like this, and put that block on a lathe or something that has very variable RPM, and turn it on to what the same angular velocity created is created by the spin, and the centripetal force that's created by the non-existing centripetal force is what they want you to believe. They tell you that this force that is created when something spins ain't really a force that's trying to eject you off that. It's the force that's trying to hold you on there. Yeah. So gravity. The Earth orbits around the sun counterclockwise at 666,000 miles an hour. Or is it the sun? Who cares anymore? At this point, all the bullshit, it's become so ridiculous and redundant just to talk about it anymore. I don't know why I do. I think I have fun laughing at all you ball heads. Look at this. Perfect ball head. Let's see this thing spin. Yeah, that's your reality, you stupid jack-offs. Yeah, look at that. That's your reality right there. But that's not it. It's like this, because you got to be orbiting the sun. Oh, and the moon's staying right in sync with everything, too. Sure is. Don't investigate it for yourself. Just believe what we're telling you. Don't go do your own experiments. Just read our textbooks. That's a ball mentality. And they accuse those who have been searching by experiment, by observation, reality. Come on, conspiracy cougar. Let's play. Ball head. You want to be a ball head? There you go, ball head. Fucking retarded jack off. You should have just left me alone. Because that's your world right there. Big lie. A big fucking lie. That thing won't hold together. Loose dirt, sand, rocks, everything around, I've already mentioned it several times, would migrate to this equator if that were a factual entity. hurtling through some void of infinity. I'm not claiming to know about where the bounds of the flat earth is. In my understanding of reality and my perception, it just keeps going on and on and on in every direction. And why is that so wild to think when you actually think that your spinning ball is carrying on forever and ever throughout the infinite universe? You know what I mean? And you think that we're crazy because we understand reality and we would rather take judgment that we observe and we can calculate ourselves, and by the comprehension of physics and natural law, that what goes on, we can't figure it out ourselves? Are you shitting me? You're that stupid that you can't? I get no advertisement, but that's born and raised right from the heart. Here's your ball right here, spinning wildly, orbiting the sun. The sun's orbiting the Milky Way, and the Milky Way is shooting through the infinite universe. And the night sky's over there because there's no atmosphere so that you can see the stars and shit. You know, that's why you can see stars, because there's nothing up there to gather the sun's light. So it's dark up there, except for where the stars are up there, and their lights are just really small and they just make it here. Alright, and they're millions and light years away. That light that you're seeing up there, it's been traveling for millions of years, at the speed of light, that it can get here so that you can observe it. And that's how big them lights, that light up there that appears to be like just a little micro dot, that thing's billions and billions of miles across. Big old fucking nuclear explosion creating more things like this thing that you're standing on. So, but over there they got green guys with hunchbacks that walk like this. You're nothing special. You don't need a book to tell you you're special either, that they wrote. Which version of it do you want? Come on, folks. Ephesians 6:5 says it all. They probably have a Bible right down there in this motel room that's got me cooped up. But I don't read the Bible anymore because I've already read it a few times. Yes, cover to cover. Because I was a Bible thumper at one time. But the more you read it, the more you come into comprehension. I don't even like to use the word understanding anymore, because when you understand how that word really works, and say the judge asks you when you understand, he's asking you if you're under his feet, basically. There's your spinning ball. Where are we going to go with this spinning ball? Nowhere. We're going to go to the schools that they created. We're going to go to the universities that they created, so they can tell you what is real and what ain't real. You notice that hot spot on that globe right there? The reflection of the screen monitor. Alright, nasty motherfuckers, why ain't you got something like that of the sun? I've never seen a sunspot on that spinning globe. Oh, I understand you say that it's 93 million miles away in January when you're freezing your ass off. Or 91 million, excuse me, in January. I understand that you want me to believe that the Earth is closer to the sun in January when you freeze your ass off. And it's 95 million miles away in June when you sweat your balls off. That's why we all build fires and stand back, you see. Look at the balls spin. Look at the suckers suck it. Suck it up, you ball suckers. There ain't nothing here but imagination and creation not for educational purposes whatsoever. I'd like the idiot to send me a link to educational globes. This is probably been on globes forever, and all of a sudden we have one company out of all the globe companies, and I don't even know if it's a fact or whatever, just some random ball sucking moron messaged one of my videos and said that yeah, they have globes there for educational purposes. The only educational purpose the qualities this has is to disprove itself. I mean, look at the son of a bitch. And just sit there and spin that and look at it and say, yeah. Now let's remember, that thing would have to be in perfect freaking balance. Or it'd be all over the place. And it wouldn't take long. Just like the top effect. It increases and it increases and it increases. Until eventually it's totally out of whack. You get it? This ain't no fucking reality. This is the demon right here that controls that right there, that keeps you right there from being a free-thinking mortal controlling your own destiny. You'd rather let the creators of this, who stole this, lead your life for you, because you're too damn stupid to think for yourself and take observation and data and information that you have been presented with by them idiots that are controlling your frickin' mind. There's nothing new under the sun. And I'm not a religious person, but I understand that. There's nothing to be known that hasn't already been known. Regardless of what you think, everything to be known has already been known. It don't matter. Everything is knowledge. There are no mysteries. There's only knowledge that's being hidden, withheld, perhaps it's forgotten, or it's retained and you comprehend what's going on. That is why, folks, they have to bury this into your subconscious mind and let you sleep on it as an infant in your crib with the mobile of the globe and the stars and the moon and the sun, to bring that into your reality so that you don't question it later on. And to further reinforce it, they send you into the preschool and the kindergarten, and there's the globe. And there's the teacher telling non-critical thinking, say children, I want to say infants at that time almost. They're very young toddlers who are seeking truth and knowledge. They're gathering information at a rate that an old folk can't do. The information you retain from the time that what you observe and you retain from the time that you're born until you're probably 5 or 6 years old, that's going to be more than the information on the average normal brain capacity of individuals. That's going to be more information that they have learned for the rest of their life, is up until the 5-year-old, I will bet you. I know as a parent and a grandparent, the first 2 years, you just want to teach the kid to walk and talk. You really do. I mean, you're anxious to see him walking. You're anxious to see him talking. From that point forth, you just want him to sit down and shut the fuck up. Because they all of a sudden know it all anyway. See? Because they're gathering information at such a tremendous pace that they think they're master brains. Which in essence they are. But when you're being dumbed down by someone who wants to control you, then you force these children into the indoctrination system so that they can be influenced how to think. That's why we never questioned it, retarded ball-sucking people out there. That's all you gotta do is investigate what they tell you. Investigate everything about this. From what they tell you exists in the heavens above, on how all of these planets are rotating around the sun or rotating on their axis and orbiting the sun. And some have 9 moons, some have 12 moons, got fucking 10,000 million trashy satellites out there and can't get a signal out here in Colville, Utah. Yes, I'm wondering if maybe that makes you feel a little better here, folks. I can go within 5 minutes of my motel here and be out of cell signal, nothing. My bar shut off. Totally fucking shut off. We're way out here in the back country, and I don't really like to use Google, but I've used it a few times. And when I'm in town and I'll be back here on these back roads and I'm not tele savvy or nothing, I just basically use it to get by, as it's become kind of a convenience to do so. And I don't have a map, but yeah, that bitch, she'd be telling me to go out through here in back country, and all of a sudden I'd lose my signal. And I'd be lost, and I'd be driving fucking 40, 50, 60, 80 miles before I'd be getting a signal back. So that's pretty cool up here. We're far out. And I finally found Polaris out here. We've had some severe weather, but the last couple nights it's been really cold, and the skies are starting to clear up. But I haven't been able to find Polaris, but I found it up there. We're about like a 49th up here. But yeah, that's about all I'm gonna do on this video, because this is a funny thing. Got one more thing to say about this. Who out there has to go out and defend the truth? For real. Do you have to go defend the truth? No, you present the truth. The truth defends itself. And it ain't a matter of finding the truth and the truth will set you free. No. It's finding the truth, and when you find the truth, put the truth to work and use it. That's what sets you free, is when you use the truth that you found. And that's why I do what I do too. I'm disintegrating this ball. Any mind, after talking to me, who thinks that this is real is only fooling themselves. You can't tell me that this thing is spinning fast enough that we're living on, that it actually compresses on the top and the bottom to create a bulge in the middle, because all of the solid material is compressed from the centripetal force and creating a bulge in the middle, but everything else is loose on this son of a bitch is just fucking fine and stuck to it by gravity. It's got more gravity here than here and here and here, though. The gravity's got a mind of its own. Remember that and pass it on. You guys want to go a little deeper? I'll go a little deeper. How does the Earth and the moon and the sun and the galaxy all work? Conspiracy Cougar, maybe you can enlighten us on this. I'm asking you seriously. The Earth rotates on its axis at 1,040 miles an hour while it's tilted at 23.4 degrees. Take that from 90 at 66.6 degrees. And them are not my numbers that I'm coming up. I'm just telling you what is out there. When you grab all the numbers and you put them all together on a certain topic, say the rotation of the Earth, say the orbit of the Earth, say the diameter of the Earth, say the distance, the moon to the Earth, the distance of the sun. You grab all them numbers and you average them out in each category. That's where I come up with the 1,037 miles in my original videos, because I had been going through this and I said, well, this one says this much, is 1,050, 1,072, and I took them all and I averaged them, and that way there I can get any of you. I've shit more knowledge away about this spinning ball than you've ever even researched into, Conspiracy Cougar. For real. I didn't just jump on the plane of existence reality and off the spinning ball because it made better sense, or it seemed like the right thing to do. No, it was what was observable and factual. You can't throw numbers at me that you can't comprehend yourself. You try to tell me about Aristophanes and Newton and all this fucking bullshit that's antiquity times. I read a lot of antiquity too, by the way, so don't even go there with me on that. But you really want all of modern society today to believe that the camel jockey in 500 AD was able to calculate the Earth's radius because he had some guy in Syene at a well and some other dude some fucking other place, and they were on camels and knew exactly what time that they were taking their measurements and all this shit. Can't wait to work over you, conspiracy cougar. You're gonna think it's raining when you're working under me. You sure are. No offense, but you know where I'm coming from? You ain't pissing down my back and telling me it's raining, boy. Get off your ass and do some practical demonstration. Some experimentation that's practical. Get off your YouTube channel and quit running your mouth about how all of us ball rejectors, flat earth, if you want to call that a name, so be it. I see it more as the reality realizers, those who realize that reality is absolutely, completely, totally different than anything that you've ever been instructed to believe. I'll bet you, conspiracy cougar, you probably still put presents under the Christmas tree from Santa Claus to your wife and your kids. I bet you still put quarters under your 40-year-old wife's pillow when she takes her dentures out at night. And tell her every day, the tooth fairy came, baby. You probably paint Easter eggs here and there in March and tell all the grandkids and kids, the Easter Bunny's coming. Pull your head out of your ass, dipshit. So yeah, the space almanac. This European and American launches. This is what I'm talking about. I know it's all backwards for you. This has the launches, the dates, the payloads, and that's not just the only one. There's other places that have the dates and the launches and stuff from different countries and stuff, and the cost to send a pound into space of $10,000 to send a pound to space. Why are these idiots on the International Space Station wasting my money sending a guitar up to a bozo that can't play a guitar and can't sing? What are they doing sending gorilla suits and football fucking gear up there? Look at the professionalism of the way the wires are routed. That wouldn't fly on any job anywhere, let alone one of the most prestigious places it should be that exists. As if you were there and there ain't really a lot to do there. That thing should be spotlessly clean. It would be if I were there, I know that. Though I make a mess everywhere I go, I usually clean up my own mess and don't leave a mess when I go. Any place I ever go is a nicer place when I leave than when I arrive. Guarantee you that, because I respect Mother Earth. She takes care of me. I don't need this 5-to-5 job. So what if I work a lot of hours? I don't need to. I'm a simple man. I work the hours not because I need to, not because I have to. It's because I like doing what I do. I have fun doing what I do. I'm an artist before I'm an ironworker. And what I do in my ironworking career is art. And that's why I do it. Especially this one I'm on right now. I'm making conveyors that are fucking shooting shit over here to go out that way, and then conveyor over there, and some will go over here and then go back down there, jump across the building, be shot down there, and then back up to the molder. I'm making all this creation and putting a lot of people out of work doing it, but I'm also keeping myself employed doing something that I really do enjoy doing. It's again what I see of the construction of it. I'm not going to spoil by advertising anything by anybody means, but they got enough advertisement, they don't need me. But it's fun doing what I do, because what I do, a few people will lose their job, I won't. And I guess it's going to create a few jobs too. That's a better way to look at it, because if it wasn't going there, if it wasn't being built there, there wouldn't be no jobs coming there. But it is going there, so there's going to be jobs going there to that plant. But there ain't going to be as many jobs that are going to the plant because I'm automating it. But they're paying me well to do it. So, yeah, I got you $3,000, bitches. So all you got to do is go do your measurement. I've told you all how to do it. I've explained to a T. You cannot get it wrong. Conspiracy Cougar, are you up to the challenge to measure this curvature? See the curvature? You can see it on this ball earth right here. See that curvature? See that curvature right there. No matter the size of the sphere, you will see curvature. No matter the size of a sphere, the moment you leave its surface and ascend, you will automatically have to start looking down. And you will continue to look down, down, down until you are above the sphere and you can see the sphere. But as all as we get is composite images, CGI and lies. So, what do? Just accept them? Because your grandparents accepted them and their grandparents accepted them, because nobody was inclinated. I don't even think it went back that far. I'm pretty sure that last century, about mid-century, there was a lot of people coming to the realization that Earth was flat, and they're getting sick of being stuck in the ass by this government that I didn't create. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need a leader. Who did? Why are they taking my money? That's the attitude that's coming around now. But you got all these other people. Give me your money, government. But they're taking my money. Because I'm paying over $500 a week to this goddamn government that I don't support one bit. I don't condone it. And I hate anybody who does. And we have problems. I do have problems with people that want to start talking politics to me, because that is one issue. I tell them right straight up, you're a fucking worthless bitch if you need to fucking talk politics about some motherfucker you're trying to have run your goddamn life, because you're too goddamn stupid to fucking run it yourself. Are you fucking shitting me? See, that's how that starts. I'm a non-sugar-coating motherfucker, people, and I don't give a fuck how big you are. You're going to be more afraid of me. This crazy fucker talking like that? Are you shitting me? Nobody talks like that. Yeah, I do. Ask anybody I'm around. I don't care. I tell it the way it is. It's the way I see it. I have nothing to gain by deceiving anybody. My channel is free. There's never been a commercial on any one of my videos. Ever. I've never asked you for a frickin' dime. In fact, I told you to go buy yourself some storage unit food and put it off so that you have resources when this shutdown that's going to happen is going to happen. It's getting pretty close, folks. We're gaining momentum. When I first started talking about this flat earth, it took me almost 2 years before I ran into anybody whatsoever that had even heard about it. But I just kept talking about it everywhere I go, every job. Portland, Seattle, Colville, everywhere, Edmond, Broadus, Montana, clear out in the middle of nowhere, fucking South Dakota, North Dakota. I've been all over fucking Arizona, Utah, Idaho, Oregon, Montana. Yeah. And all this is all since I've caught wind that the earth is not exactly what we've. And in fact, like I've told you, I tried to prove it was, but yeah, ever since I have discovered reality for myself and learned how to think for myself, I thought I used to know when I believed in this thing, but then as soon as I tried to prove this, I realized that I didn't know anything, that I even knew less than I thought. I lost all of my knowledge when I turned a certain age, and it's not that I lost it, it's that I realized that I didn't know anything, but I thought I did. And you all laugh and say, well, that's the same thing you're doing right now. Prove me wrong, bitches. Prove me fucking wrong. Show me your compiled evidence to support this. Not something some other idiots fucking wrote up for you and done your research for you and told you this is what this is. Do your own investigation and document your investigation to prove that. Go out and find the curvature, find the motion, find the water that bends, find the winds that are thousands of miles an hour from the spin. How would you ever have a crosswind and wind that goes one way 1 minute and the next minute? You know what I'm saying? Crosswinds would not happen on that fucking fantasy thing. As that earth was spinning, there would be the frictional gases that are friction. It's like when you spin, even spinning this, like right there. It's a smooth globe. It's a little wobbly because it's out of balance. But when I spin that smooth surface, I can go like that and I can feel the wind just from that little bit of a pumping action. If you can hear it and see it a little bit, that the globe is out of perfect sync with itself to be a true spinning, ball bearinged up gyroscope. But if this was really truly a smooth running ball, you could turn that ball right there into a gyroscope too. It don't have to have that flat. No, it just has to have a true smooth spin and have a maximum diameter in it that will carry its weight, so long as it's fairly evenly balanced throughout. But yeah, guys, I'm about talked out. I'm still waiting for you, Conspiracy Cougar. Jump on board, boy. Hop on. Show us some of the demonstrations, the reality that you can present that substantiates this thing here to be a fact. What's up? What's down? That's what we were having a discussion about today. about one of these ballers that are saying that curvature drop. Where's the curvature drop? I said, well, let me just ask you one thing here, pal. If I'm coming from North America going down, it's curvature drop. But if I'm in North America and going up from Australia, is that curvature rise? I'm done for the night, folks. Sorry I'm leaving and just... I'm done talking. That's all there is to it. There's not going to be any action done. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because I'm working out of town and I got nothing to do. I'm bored with my time and because I don't have my Mustangs to work on. There ain't no jobs in Kennewick right now, and if there were, I don't know. I got this one here and I'm pretty comfortable in this spot right now. They're offering me more money and I get praise on my work all the time. They actually comprehend what a journeyman master welder can do. I'm a fabricator, master fabricator. I can build anything with steel. I have and I do continuously. That's all I do. I love to do it. I don't necessarily like welding so much anymore as I used to. I used to enjoy welding a whole bunch. But staring at an arc, that's a big arc ball. In fact, a lot of my flat earth thoughts came to me staring at that arc ball in my welding when I've had production welding jobs during my... I got them on YouTube too. I've been here for a while. I ain't no idiot. You can see by what I do. I have common sense, logic, and reason. Just on the accomplishments I make every day. Whether it be a 1,000-ton pick with a crane, or build a 40-story skyscraper, or build a entire fucking power plant, or whatever. I'm highly skilled. I'm not saying there ain't other people out there that ain't highly skilled. I'm just saying that I am one of them. And I have a noggin that just continually thinks. And so when I was sitting there staring at that ball of arc, there's nothing to actually do. Because I was on a semi-automatic welding process and I just turned the fucking button on and watched it and made sure that it was welding. Sometimes. Anyway, I'm done. You guys can believe this all you want. But, like I said, if you go and you do a thorough investigation, complete and thorough investigation, and let the evidence speak for itself, and remove your entire opinion and prejudices out of the decision. If you are in favor of this, you're going to walk away disappointed. You will. I did, because I didn't want my shattered illusion. I didn't want to live a shattered illusion. I was happy, somewhat. Even though I knew I'd been lied to a little bit. But when it comes down to the existence, your own mortal existence, and they lied to you about where you live, that's an unforgivable. That's the heaviest sin. If that Bible was something and you were a Bible thumper, you should think that that lying about your own existence is the most devious sin that ever fucking was presented or constructed, or however you want to say sin. What do? You just do sin. Done. It was the most devious thing sin done. to lie to everybody and manipulate the minds, to control the minds and keep them in tune to thinking they live on the spinning ball. That's why Google and YouTube have pretty much removed any good information about the flat earth from their site, because too many people are quickly jumping on board with reality. Anyway, 7 o'clock almost, and I've been working all day, and I'm going to jump in the shower and get cleaned up. And you guys all have a good day, and thanks for tuning in. Probably nobody's tuned in right now watching it anyway. It's just late in the day. So, no, I haven't changed much. I'm still me. You guys all have fun. Be well, friends. Ball lovers. Present your case. We've been waiting. You ain't got one. See you later, folks. Enjoy your time that you have within this realm.